So I'm going to do this one a little bit longer today. I'm talking about business. I've been pushing the idea of removing money from our system, from our society as a whole. We can leave China, India, we can leave everybody behind if we do this. It immediately takes power from all the people who play the elite game where they own everything and they think that you're part of that property because you rely on the job that they say they give you. The problem being is that anytime somebody builds a business and they hire more people on, they're telling themselves a lie when they pay that person less than they pay themselves. And they're also treating that person as less than themselves. You think that because you started something that you are more valuable than the next person that comes along. That's the idea of hierarchy. And that hierarchy idea, it breaks and destroys businesses every single day, because when somebody was there first, it does not mean that they were the best at that job. And when you give them time to damage your business before you put the right person in place, it costs you money. Well, there's a different ideal behind this. If we remove money from the equation and we allowed both of those people to do the job as a team for a little bit, one of them either way would figure out who was best for the job and the dynamic would sort itself out. If money was never part of the equation in that, then they both would have had time to fully apply themselves to the job and see which would be better. It also plans out over hundreds of people. If they're all giving you examples of why they would be best for the job, is that not in and of itself a profit into the business? If we focus everything that we do around the idea of simply making money at dollars per hour or dollars per meeting or dollars per product, all we will ever be is dollars per blank. That's all it's ever going to equate to. The entire value that you retain within yourself is completely connected to the government that you're beholden to. And that's not always true, especially not for farmers. Farmers could cut off from the world and just grow their own food and make friends and be their own nation if they wanted to. That's the security of being a farmer. So you cannot tell me that the idea of current finances and the way that our structure is working, the economic systems that we have in place and the reliances that they have on the completely unstable markets that we've been playing with, is a safe thing to hand to our children for them to be able to, let's just say, grow. Because we've taken away a lot of growing that needs to be done here on Earth. We've learned so much through capitalism. The problem is capitalism was meant not to run forever. It was meant to solve some issues of motivating people and teaching us about the inner workings and how a structured business and a program which can help all people should run. It teaches you about not wasting things. Good. We've graduated. We've done it. All the elites everywhere are ruining people's lives and using it like a slave tool and creating poverty and doing bad things with it. We have learned all that we need to learn from money. And the last thing that we need to do is spend another day acting like dollar bills are worth more than living people, because that's what every single business is right now. When you fire somebody because they're not doing the job well enough, you're saying money is more important than you. I'm going to find somebody who does it better than you. Instead of bringing in somebody else, working at everybody being better, or treating people like equals, or giving them a chance to find a job that is more suited to their talents, you cut them off, send them on their way, screw it, let them go homeless, I don't care. That's their problem, they weren't good enough. This is the problem. This is why every transaction where you buy something from a business, there's just some little thing about it that you don't like. Just going in and having these meetings and meeting with people and going to the grocery store, even just buying food, you get this twinge, this weird feeling like, I don't even know where this came from or who grew this or whatever it may be. All of that is directly connected to the fact that you know deep in your heart nobody does anything unless money was involved. And that's not because people won't do things. We want to do things on our own naturally. You don't need money to motivate you to do everything. You don't need money to motivate you to do anything. That's the trick. That's where they enslave you. They make you think, well, if you're not making money, you're wasting time. Or if you're not being paid to do that, you need to stop doing it because somebody's being paid to do it. It's not your responsibility. Stop working unless you've got a slave master? You see what I'm saying here? Money is not the tool that humans need to continue to grow. In fact, it's keeping us in diapers, and I really wish that people would just take a minute to engage in the conversation before they start trolling with their dumb nonsense that means nothing, but it's like you didn't even watch the video. Engage me with a real conversation. Prove me wrong. Nobody's done it yet.